Hi, I'm D-Face, also known as Dean Stockton. I've stickered, posted, painted and generally made a mess on things all over the world. Over the years I've created more than 130 murals. I've had exhibitions, museum shows, created album cover art, made sculptures, painted race cars and a whole lot more in between. If there's a surface, chances are I've wanted to deface it. And if you spotted this little wing thing in the wild, well, that's a D-dog. I don't see it as vandalism, more street improvement. And by the way officer, it just fell on there. On this episode, I'm here in Paris for the opening of We Are Still Here at the Petit Palais. And whilst in town, we quick stop through a few of my favourite spots. Coffee, clothing, pastries, skateboarding, the essentials. We also check out the Beyond the Streets exhibition, bowl around Paris on some city bikes and roll through District 13 where the walls do the talking. Join me for Paris in a day, the D-Face way. The golden nectar.
How does this compare to earlier?
It's just better beans. Earlier was like a Robusta bean, so it's like harsh. It was quite well made. But you can't go wrong with Boots Cafe in the third arrondissement. So you can't come to Paris without spotting the multiple Space Invaders. I mean, he's mayor of Paris, really. He's the king, Twister. Bazza, Barry McGee. The problem I had last time I was here is that the stickers were too hot. The vinyl gets all saggy and you got to put them up and they all crease. Sick. This guy Vapeski is like on every box fan in Paris. It's not a Paris box fan without him on it. So sick. It's like if you're 20 and you know what's up, that's where you're gonna go. I'm 50 and I have no idea what's up, so I ain't going in. I'm staying outside, safe.
That's our spot. It's like the hidden spot where there aren't that many cool people between where there are cool people and cool people, so we just watch them going by.
It's the perfect spot for watching. It's like this is a catwalk of just the coolest people in Paris.
So we just sit there kind of making up personalities, seeing who looks like my brother, seeing who looks like you, seeing who looks like you.
What?
It's true.
No, we just look at the cool.
It's just cute.
What it is. It's like a combination of breakfast, lunch, and a snack. We always come to this spot, normally it's on the outside because it's really good viewing. You can just watch the people passing by like on the catwalk. Super hot in Paris today, so we're inside, in the shower inside. And we've ordered some, not really, we've ordered some Mexican French food. We're in is this the third arrondissement? I think it is. It's an area that I always come and hang out. I like the vibe, I like the bar scene, the cafe scene. There's some cool shops around, it's a nice little area to just hang out in. Brut Archives is there. There's a really cool vintage store up, a couple of vintage stores around. Boots Cafe we've been to, Mercy's really close, so it's like an easy little walking zone, and it feels very Parisian. You know, it's like when I'm in Paris, I want to feel what Paris in my head feels like, and it's here. You know what I mean? When I think of being in Paris, I just think of being here. So yeah, that's where we come around. Stick up stickers, drink Coke Zeros and coffees, fully caffeinated. So this is always like day one hangout zone. That's good. Sick little park. It's cool, isn't it? It's embracing skateboarding in the street in the centre of Paris. A little closed off road, little cut through normally, but they've turned into a skate park. A couple of street-like obstacles for people to skate, and here it is for everyone to enjoy. You know, it's not like designated skate park, but it's a skate park. It's cool. There should be more of this, you know. Why is there not some of this in London? There's, you know, all of these mark making. That's the story of the city, isn't it? These are stories of who's come through. Like, I can see stickers and being like, oh, that's fresh. They must have just rolled through. And I feel like it's like another language that's being spoken. Like, it doesn't matter where you are, what native language is being spoken. There's another language, which is the language of the streets. I find that fascinating, always have. So to like eradicate it, what do you want? Do you want everything homogenised? Do you want everything the same? Hell no. Like, that's not what I want from a city. I want to feel the heart and lifeblood of that city, and I find that that's happening for me via intrinsically street art graffiti stuff. Yeah.
Let's go!
What's interesting to me about Paris is its understanding and acceptance of art. You know, you don't come to Paris, if you come to Paris and say, I'm an artist, they're like, oh, amazing, oh, brilliant, we love art. It's already understood of what the importance of art is. When I say I'm an artist in London, people are like, oh, what else do you do for a living? You know, it's like, surely you can't do that as a job. Whereas here, it's like, you're celebrated as an artist. Just careful trying to squeeze in and not go over.
Le Brésilien et le Portugais.
Not having much luck with the vinyl today, hey? Much needed first thing in the morning, eh? How you explore, how you find yourself in that city defines your experience of that city, because you can spend the whole time trying to search your area, your neighbourhood, while you're there and never find it, and thus have a bad time in that city. Or you can find the right neighbourhood and you feel immediately at home. And so I think for me it's critical, always really important to find or at least have a heads up of where that place is. Okay, I used to try and find, obviously it's got to be a good coffee shop, so it's a good gauge. But then it's like, okay, is there a skate shop? Where's the skate shop? Is that going to be, that's normally in a cool area, right? Is there an art supply store? Is there a graffiti store? That's normally going to be in a fairly cool area. Generally the arts district, isn't it? Like where the artists are at is generally, honestly, the coolest areas of the city.
Is it cool to come back to Paris and see stickers still there from other trips and stuff?
I'm coming back to Paris, I'm making sure they're all still running, and if they're not, I'm giving them a refresh. Last time we came, they'd been scraped. The city had obviously been out and cleaned up, so I was like, okay, cool. I'll just redo everything again. Like that's like the ongoing battle with the city. It's just kind of like a sub-story to all the stories. And then we always do a little game of when we haven't been to a city for a while, who can spot the first D-Dog? Because there's always one that's running, you know, that's been left or lurking.
Or the outline of one.
Or the outline, yeah, obviously the good thing about D-Dog is its silhouette is still distinguishable even if it's been painted over or peeled. So we're always trying to find, I love those remnants. And actually in the last trip in New York, I found some of the really early, actually pre-D-Dog sticker. It's the defaced man, the weird squarehead character. I'm not joking, that's like 25-year-old sticker, still running in New York. Which is pretty crazy because New York gets battered and cleaned. So it's cool to see that stuff running, you know. We're at the inside of the Petit Palais, like the underbelly, but not the overbelly. Straighten up. This is the dome. This is the inside of the dome.
On the top of the dome. This is crazy. You see the...
So cool. What an amazing view. There's not really any Parisian landmarks to point out here. Oh wait, hold on. I mean look dude, it's like every corner is an amazing Parisian landmark. This is got to be one of the most awesome views of Paris, no?
It says 71.
71, yes.
Wow.
1971.
Have you done this? Where's yours?
So, say 3 years ago, Mehdi and Fatma come to me and they were like, we're doing a show at the Petit Palais. And I kind of thought at the time, that's never going to happen. They're never going to agree to that. And about 6 months later, they're like, yeah, it's agreed. We want you to come over and have a look at the Petit Palais and think of what you would want to do. So I came and immediately as I walked in the museum, I was like, it would be sick to add wings to all the plaster sculptures, all the sculptures in that first room. As a concept, I thought it would be really nice, like the physical defacing and adding these, like almost like collaborations with obviously past artists. And then as part of that presentation I put together afterwards, I just put wings on the front of the Petit Palais, almost like is like the opening page of a presentation. Like this is my idea. And I did that, and then Mehdi was like, we've got to put the wings on the Petit Palais. And I was like, dude, I did that kind of jokingly, not meaningful, like even thinking it was a possibility. And he was like, no, we can make that happen. So the plan was to build 2 wings that sat on the top sphere, if you like, of the arch of the entrance of the Petit Palais. And then that became the logical way of doing that was to make them inflatable. Each wing was like 5 meters in diameter. It had a constant air blower in it, and that is where we installed them. There was a band that ran across the top of that arch, and then the 2 wings sat off of it, and each wing had an air pump in it. The complexities of it are that obviously it's a hugely historical building. The nature of inflatables is that they can only be inflated at certain air speeds. You know, if it's the wind's too strong, you have to deflate them. Obviously, if there was any wind that went through and would push them off, then they could fall into the public, or any wind that came this way would blow them into the building. So there's like lots of weird nuances that we didn't account for, and also working with someone that could actually facilitate doing that and making that possible. It was a real difficult thing to achieve, but we did achieve it, and they did go up for the opening. and we inflated them like a couple of times through that duration of the We Are Here first show. Welcome to my lair.
Where's your lair?
So we're for Beyond the Streets. Come see Roger Gassman, curator and host, I guess, of Beyond the Streets Paris. I'm not involved in it, not got any work in it, but it's got some amazing artists in it, lots of friends in it, so it's worth coming and checking. Also, you got a Barry McGee Fong installation. I love Barry McGee, he's my favourite artist, so I want to see that for sure. So here we are, let's go have a look. This is what happens when a hobby becomes a problem.
There's all kinds. This is a place to spend a little bit of time. The record store that we always build, and then creep around.
It feels like a proper record shop, doesn't it? Weirdly.
Great except for painting, right? It's a sketchbook. I borrowed it, and I called it when
Barry McGee's my all-time favourite. The little Barry McGee heads, I fucking love them so much. Like that panel there, just that panel, that's all I want. I'll just take that out, or that one. Barry McGee's one of the few people that's managed to like keep rooted in graffiti, but also get into the contemporary art world and be respected in both still, which is no small feat, you know. Still catching tags in the street, still making amazing work and installations, and then a surfer as well. So yeah, he's a cool, really cool guy. Not ever met him, quite happy to not meet him, to be honest with you.
Fong shop.
So sick, dude.
We
I
built
mean,
this.
you have to fill in all the sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
of course, yeah.
But yeah, it's sort of be flat packed
Yeah.
and really put up again.
Yeah.
Design sort of has come from.
It's really cool though, isn't it? "13th District for a mural tour. Care of the Steed." It's too heavy to fucking lift it up. It is the best way around Paris. By bicycle or by scooter. The scooter's non-existent, unfortunately. You just experience the city differently, don't you, on a bike? Like you get the smells, you get a different view level. When you're in a taxi or a train, you're like secluded from what's happening in the city. This you feel much more connected. You smell people's perfume and food cooking, and I feel like you get the proper vibe of the place. That's why I love riding motorbikes. There's just so much art in Paris, isn't there? You know, like every avenue you turn down, there's like another art museum, another thing to check out. Oh, I should have put more in the top pocket. It's good though, isn't it? So we're heading to the 13th District, which, curated really by Mehdi and Fatma at Galerie Turrence, has become like a mural museum, really, for want of a better word. Like all the big names that have come from maybe street art, transcended into painting murals and gallery and museum shows, of course. But this is like a curated museum mural area. I've painted 3 murals there. I guess the first, I can't even remember, the first one was maybe, I'm going to say it was like 6 years ago, might even been more. And it's really changed that area. You know, you're bringing art to an area that wouldn't necessarily have been art educated or art informed. Not to say that they wanted it either, but the mayor of the 13th District has seen the positive impact of art in that area and the murals in that area, as have the neighbourhood, and they've continued to embrace it, and it's really become a really special place in Paris. It's a special place for me, and I think a special place for mural artists. Sticky.
Like.
And subscribe. Won't be able to get on that rooftop and look through it. It's a fucking awesome view. We got. This guy's cool. The way he paints these like distorted murals, so the building looks like it's all twisted. Really, I think that's sick. But it's what's interesting for me is you see that first one, you see that second one, you see that third one, you see like the evolution of the line work and the detail we put in them. It's like adding in the layers of detail that I get bought into, I get caught up in, you know, trying to make them look better and better and better. We're at District 13, on top of one of the buildings here, surrounded by, you know, museum quality murals, museum quality artists, and you know, this is free for the public to come and enjoy. It's free for the people that live in this neighborhood, and it's, you know, it's changing the neighborhood for a positive way. It has a positive impact on what art can do for people. You know, for me it's like you're brightening up this place, you're making people have like an interest in an area, you're making people come to the area to see this amazing work. And you know, if you're a local person, you know, one would hope, and I would hope, that you'd see that people are doing this in the area and be like, oh man, it's great that people care about where I am and what this area means to me, and hopefully that helps itself elevate. I hope it's a positive impact. So that's it, Paris wrapped, on this occasion at least, on this first trip. We've seen Petit Palais beyond the streets, we've seen some of the streets, we've called some tags, we've stuck up some stickers. I think that's it. Let's call it done. That's a wrap. Like and subscribe. See you next time.